everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecolored.co.uk. This is what I've been making today. It is a little origami box with a lid. Now the lid is optional. If I take that away, that is what you get. It's a sort of twisted kind of box. Very pretty, very easy to make, and you can make it any size you like. You just start with a square of paper. So stick with me and I'll show you how to make it. Here are the things that I'm using today. I have a piece of Eastern Palace Designer Series paper, and I've cut this down to 9 inches square. I've got 2 squares of fresh fig card. This one is 4 inches square. This one is 4.5 inches. I've got a tassel, and for a bit of decoration, I'm using the Eastern Gold vinyl stickers. Before I start folding, I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to explain how I'm going to proceed. Because this paper is very good quality, it's very heavy, it rustles and rattles and it makes quite a bit of noise when you try to fold it or manipulate it. So to stop that getting on your nerves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain each step as I come to it. And then I'm going to take the sound down, play a bit of music while I actually perform that step, and then sound comes up and I explain the next step, and so on until we finish doing the folds. So to begin with, I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to put it with the side that I want facing when I'm finished away from me. So I'm looking at the wrong side, and I'm going to fold corner to corner, and then I'm going to fold corner to corner again. Okay. Next, I'm going to take each of those points and fold them in to the middle. So if you notice while you're folding, as I just did, that some of your folds have gone a bit crooked, just stop and refold. Right? It's a bit of paper, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open up my flaps, and then I'm going to take this point and put it onto this fold. So I'm basically doing that. Okay. I'm going to turn my paper over, and I'm going to fold this edge into the middle. Now I'm going to fold and unfold these 4 corners, like this. Now I'm going to take this flap and I'm going to tuck the corners inside, and I'm going to So now I have this shape. I'm going to open it out and squash it down again. And now all I have to do is open it up, and there is my box. I now want to make a lid for my box. I could leave it as it is, as a sort of a bowl, but I want it to be a proper box with a proper lid. And I'm looking for my ruler, which has disappeared. Here it is. Okay, let's start again. Third time lucky. I want to make a lid for my box. I could leave it as it is, as a sort of open bowl, but I want it to be a proper box with a proper lid. So ahead of time, I made up my prototype and I measured the size of the opening at the top, and it is a bit over 3 inches. So I've cut myself a piece of my fresh fit card that is 3 inches plus an inch on a side, which makes 4 inches. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, and I also have a piece of card which is 4.5 inches, and I'm going to score that at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Now the smaller piece is going to fit inside the opening of my box, so I'm going to just snip in to where those folds cross. Just like that. And got my fast fuse. Come on, behave. There you go. Okay. And now I'm just going to bring up those edges. And fast fuse is great for this because it is so quick. I mean, you could use tape, of course you could, and you could definitely use a liquid adhesive, although you'd have to hold the corners while they set. I wouldn't use snail because it's not strong enough for the job. Okay, so my larger piece, I'm going to mite the corners. Just like that, and fold them. And I'm going to fold them over so that I get a nice neat folded edge, which I think looks absolutely spiffing. Okay, and now there is the lid of the box, just like that. So let's put the two pieces together. And for this I am using liquid adhesive, which is running out. I need to get a new one. Let's bring in the box, and there you go. That now has a nice snug little lid fitting on top. So while I was making this, I had a bit of a change of design direction. Okay, the original plan was I was going to put the stickers direct onto the lid of the box, and I was going to offset it so that it was kind of at that angle. But when I did it, it didn't look very good at all. I didn't like it. So what I've done is I've taken that piece of card that I'd already put my stickers down onto, and I've just fussy cut around the edge of the stickers. As you can see, this is where it all went wrong before on the back, and put a few more in the centre to cover up the mucky bits. So now I'm just going to put the tassel onto this, and then that is going to go on top of that. So yeah, so I think that looks pretty nice actually. Alright, so to attach the tassel, I've cut a length of my fresh fig card, and it's about 1/8 of an inch wide. Can you see it's pretty skinny? It needs to be thin enough to fit through the loop on the top of the tassel, and that is way too long, so I'm going to cut it down to about that size, and then that is going to go through the loop at the top of the tassel, and I am going to put a little spot of adhesive here in the middle, and yeah, I need to get a new bottle. That doesn't want to come out at all. Come on, come on, there you go. I knew you could do it. Does anybody else talk to their tools and their adhesive? Just me then? Okay. Alright. So I'm going to make, and I'm not going to do it on my silicone mat because I would have been upset. Just going to make a small slit into the centre of the card and make sure it's gone all the way through. Okay, so just where that spot is there, and now I can take the tassel and the bit of card, and yeah, that needs to be a little bit bigger. It needs to be a small slit rather than just a hole. Okay. Try again, and then that will go through the back of there. Now that's got a little bit battered, so I'm just going to trim that away so that I've got a nice sharp edge there. There we go, that's much better. And then that goes through there, and those two little legs open out just like that. Let me get some adhesive out of the bottle. There you go. It's playing with me now. And along there. Yeah. If I bring this back, and there you are. What do you think of that? And there it is. My little box is finished, and inside I can store whatever I like. Now it's actually quite a sturdy little box. The sides are quite firm, so it would be good for putting in things like I don't know, your jewellery when you take it off at night. It'd be good for your husband to drop his change into when he gets undressed at night. And why am I talking about people getting undressed at night? This is no good at all. Okay, and 3, 2. And there it is. The little box is finished, and it's actually quite sturdy. We've got a number of layers of paper on each side, so it will hold quite a bit of stuff. So you could put little treats in there, or it would be good to put your spare change on, or have it on your desk for your paper clips and things like that. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if so, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, or click the like button, or leave me a comment. Love to hear from you. But that is it for now. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.